can see the steps of that. We already discussed algorithm. What is the use of algorithm? What are the characteristics of algorithm? Now we will discuss the second part, that is nothing but a flowchart. That flowchart is nothing but a pictorial representation of the algorithm. It is made up by John von Neumann in 1945. Okay, it is nothing but a pictorial representation, means a graphical representation of your algorithm. So it is very easy to understand by the programmer as well as a beginner, means it is very helpful for the beginner as well as the programmer. The symbols which are used into the flowchart, these are very simple and very easy, so that it is very easy to understand, as well as writing a flowchart is very easy. Now the purpose of the flowchart is nothing but, the first purpose is a communication. With the help of that, communication is very easy. Flowchart is nothing but a pictorial representation. So for the communication it is very easy, so that we can understand what exactly the flowchart of that. And second thing, overview is very easy, so that with the help of that pictorial representation, means a rhombus or a circle, everything, with the help of that it is very easy to understand what exactly the meaning of that flowchart and what exactly the flow of that flow of that program. So it is very easy to understand. Here you can check the logic of the program, as well as it provides a revision of your program. Now next thing is regarding to that, it is nothing but a symbols which are used into the flowchart. Lots of symbols which are used into the flowchart, which are divided into a three part. One is a basic, second one is a specialized, and third one is a additional symbol. Symbols of the different means is nothing but a shapes and size. Okay, we all specific, every shape and size have its own meaning, and it is used for the specific purpose. Now it is organized by or it is categorized by ANSI. It is nothing but a one American National Standard Institute. With the help of this one, you can draw the flowchart. With the help of a shape, you can draw the flowchart. Now here we can see the common flowchart symbol. First one is a terminator, second one is a data input output, third one is a processing, fourth one is a decision, fifth one is nothing but a predefined, then connector, then off-page connector, and last one is a flow line. Here we will discuss it one by one. First one is nothing but a terminal symbol, means it is on for starting and stopping. Means if you want to write a flowchart, you can start with the help of this one, that is nothing but a start symbol, that is nothing but a terminal symbol, as well as with the help of this same symbol we can end the flowchart also. Now second thing is, this is nothing but an input and output. Here suppose if you want to take a value from the user, you can write that code into these blocks, into this symbol. We can represent that point with the help of this symbol, input and output. To print something, again you can use the same thing. Next thing is processing. Suppose if you want to pass some processing instruction to your computer, to your CPU, here this is a best symbol for representing a processing. Next one is decision making. Means here suppose there are two ways, for example yes or no. If it is yes, then one branch is there. If it is no, then another branch is there. Means here decision making symbol is there. If and else. In shortcut you can say that if and else. Do this or do that. Best example is do this or do that. Means two way. That is nothing but a decision. Now here the next symbol is nothing but a flow lines. Okay, it are the straight lines between the two boxes, show the path of a logic of a flow into the program. Here one is a, means there are four different types of lines. One is from top to bottom, bottom to top, left to right, right to left. Okay, so these are the different flows are there. Now connector, two small circles are used to connect the separate portion of the flowchart without drawing a lines between the parts. So these are nothing but a connector, means with the help of connector you can connect the flowchart. So these are nothing but lots of symbols which are present into the flowchart. Now here the advantages of the flowchart is nothing but communication. We already discussed that point. Effective analysis means what, with the help of flowchart you can understand the logic and you can analyze that program, how exactly it's going to work. Proper documentation, obviously we will use it for the later communication, for a later programming practice. So proper documentation. Effective coding, obviously one more thing is that effective coding, why it is easy, because you are using a lots of symbols over there, means yes, if or not, do it or not, if else, if and else, means one way, two-way. So decision making power is also there, so that effective coding, proper debugging, then efficient programming, so lots of things, and it is very easy and a clear presentation. So these are the advantages of the flowchart. Limitation we will discuss it later. Now here, how to write a flowchart. Okay, now it is a simple flowchart to find the average of any 10 number. Here you can see that start. First symbol is the start. Here we already written, that is nothing but a star. Okay, now here count. Here you can say that take the value from the user. This symbol is used for input and output. So here we are taking the input from the user. Now this is read A, means a processing instruction. Read A means what? Processing. Again sum equal to sum plus A, and count equal to count plus means both this one and this one both are nothing but a processing. Means we are going to pass our command or instruction which are require a processes. Okay, so these two, one A, read A, and sum equal to sum plus y, and count equal to count plus 1. These are nothing but a processing instruction. Now we are continuing this flowchart. So we are using here a connector. With the help of connector, we can connect the flowchart. Means here second part is there. Now this is a decision. Again, if count is less than 10, then no. If count is greater than 10, then yes. If it is less than 10, no. Then average equal to sum by 10. Again processing, then print the AVG, means display the average, and here end means a terminator. Okay, so this is a first terminator and this is a second terminator, means one is for the start and second one is for the end. Okay, now here also you can see that connector which is represented by 1. Now here continue, to be continue, something like that, 1. So this is nothing but actually pictorial representation of your algorithm. Okay, so that is nothing but a flowchart. Here again, limitation of the flowchart. Obviously it is very complicated if your logic is very complex. It is very different steps are there to write the programs for the complicated logic. Now drawing of the flowchart is a time consuming because you have to write it, draw it in a proper format, all the symbols you have to think over that and all these things. Then alteration and modification. Suppose many times it happen, user wants a different output and we are giving them a different output because the changes, the client requirements are always get changed. So modification is very difficult into that, because if you want to change your requirement, you have to change your whole flowchart. Means rub it and write it again and again, means redraw it many times. So that is very difficult. Then it is very difficult to draw as well as remember. Then lots of technical details we cannot include into the flowchart. So these are the 5 different limitations of the flowchart. First one is a logic, complex logic, means lots of complex are there into the logic, then you can go for that. Now types of a flowchart. There are 3 types of flowchart. One is a system flowchart, second one is a modular program flowchart, third one is a detailed flowchart, or it is called as an application flowchart. Now first one is the system flowchart. That system flowchart plays a vital role into the system analysis, and most probably system analysts use this system flowchart. Means here a representation of the all elements. Means suppose if your program, means actually project having a lots of program, here you have to represent all the programs. Means this is nothing but system flowchart. Now second flowchart is nothing but a modular flowchart. Suppose if your project having lots of module. Okay, so here you have to write the flowchart of every module one by one. Step 1, first module flowchart, second module flowchart, third module flowchart, and lots of flowcharts. So it is nothing but a module wise flowchart. Okay, and the third point is very comprehensive and broad and very complex also. So the name of the third flowchart type is nothing but a detailed program flowchart or application. Means a complex type of data programming. Here we have to use this kind of a flowchart.